So I wanted to get to this Adam Schiff Truth Social post that Trump put out. He wrote, hopefully Act Blue, the Democrats' illegal scam used to raise money, including from not allowed foreign contributions, is being looked at by authorities, which I think is good. I think there's plenty of smoke around the Act Blue platform. I mean, whether it was James O'Keefe exposing like thousands of donations from elderly people that had no idea that they ever donated money. Like people, they were just using, it was like money laundering. And then obviously all the stuff that was exposed now with, was it connected to USAID? There was another expose about Act Blue like in the last week or so.
There's also a lot of Soros's connections there too.
Oh
which
yeah,
I
of
think
course.
are pretty evident and pretty clear here, as this is kind of the Democratic Party machine. They're utilizing a lot of their billionaire class buddies to promote the big kind of Democratic deep state agenda.
Yeah, hopefully they'll APEC next. The Dems only know how to win by cheating, something which they do better than any other group in the party in history. But now with their terrible policies and candidates, and with people like crooked Adam Schiff, you should have called him small neck. I like big head, small neck Adam Schiff better.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, who demanded a full pardon from Sleepy Joe, leading the way. It's almost impossible to reach their money goals. The USA is wise of these scoundrels and crooks. Also, why did the auto pen give Schiff a pardon? Biden knew nothing about it. Who operated the auto pen? I mean, that is, the auto pen question is real. Like, I know that presidents throughout history have used the auto pen. It's a thing. But with Biden, I don't believe he was even in the room when somebody was, if it was Dr. Jill, if it was, I don't know who was using the auto pen, but I'm pretty sure Joe Biden wasn't.
No, I'm, there's a big question now that kind of is going to be asked, like, are the pardons going to be actually legally bound because it was a machine signing them rather than an actual human person? I mean, if you look at those Biden signatures, they're all identical. There's no deviation from any of the font, from any of the signatures, from any of the writing at all. It's all, it's like a stamp. If you stamp your signature, does it count here?
There are some situations where you can stamp a signature, I think. Like you can stamp checks. But I don't know if you can stamp presidential pardons. That feels like,
I feel like that's up for the Supreme Court to kind of decide. That could potentially be unraveling a lot of these pardons. And if you look at the Fauci pardon, I mean, that's the biggest one. That's the most glaring one that a lot of people.
Well, the people on that J6 committee too is, I would argue, they're pretty up there too.
Yeah, I think Fauci is the biggest one because he knows where the skeletons are buried with the biological weapons programs.
Yes. Yeah. And, even before, by the way, just so people know, Luke, why don't you educate them? Like Fauci was a piece of garbage way before the coup.
Yeah,
way before it.
AIDS.
The AIDS epidemic.
To that biological weapon that was probably man-made as well. Mm-hmm. That also was released. That Dr. Fauci had an horrible response to. That was promoting a lot of the big pharma drugs that a lot of people concluded has led to a lot of the kind of illnesses, deaths, and severe reactions that people were getting through the treatments that he was promoting and pushing on all of them. But he really got his heyday after 9/11 when the Patriot Act authorized the kind of development of biological weapons programs, and that's when he kind of went haywire. So he's been around for a very long time. He's this kind of like sinister gremlin.
Well, what about the Beagles?
Deep state kind of figure that has been working on a lot of this stuff for a very long time. Barack Obama temporarily blocked him from doing, bioweapons, gain of function type of research. And then when Trump came in the first time around, his administration just kind of approved it without Trump knowing it. And that's when we got the coof, and the coof spread all over the world, which in my opinion was done deliberately and was released as a form of kind of biological weapons program that was meant to deliberately create the same kind of global warming objectives and goals that they were never able to reach because of global warming, but they were able to do, and they were able to implement, and they were able to practice a lot of their kind of human slavery that they want to slowly and surely implement all around the world through the coof that they spread all around the world.
Well, what about the beagles? Do people know about the beagles?
Yeah. It's not just beagles; it's also foster children.
He let sandflies eat the faces of foster children too.
I don't know about if it was sandflies or not. I don't think that was the particular case here, but he did experiments on foster children. We have a shirt on the bestpoliticalshirts.com showing like an evil Dr. Fauci Palpatine reaching out and electricity coming out of his hands, and then like little babies and puppies and beagles being like electrocuted and running away from him.
That seems apt. That seems like a good one.
That's a great one on the bestpoliticalshirts.com. But he did a lot of like really weird scientific experiments that were, according to many people in the medical fields, extremely unethical and extremely evil and wrong.
Here's him. By the way, going back to Adam Schiff. Here's what I always love these little clips where these idiots who are 100% responsible for, the mess. Pretend like they're not.
So we're going to have to change how we do business in California. We're going to have to address people's legitimate concerns about crime. I was in South San Francisco 2 years ago after I had an experience in the city that all too many people had. When my luggage was stolen out of my car, they tell you don't ever leave your luggage in the car. I never do until the one time I did. And of course, it got stolen. And what was most memorable about the experience for me is I went to this Target in South San Francisco, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm getting the toiletries I'm going to need for my next 2 days in the city. I get to the cashier.
You went there by yourself, not an assistant.
I think I went there. Well,
oh, he's about to lie. He's lying right there. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Like, he's like, oh well, yeah.
I think I went there. Well, yes, I had somebody drop me off at the store.
Oops.
And so
I don't mean to make that an issue. I waited somewhere I should not have waited.
Why? I mean, he was lying. He probably didnn't go. Probably his assistant that got robbed.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I had to get the clerk, which is hard to find, to unlock the shampoo or the whatever. So that's one thing. And then I get to the cashier. The cashier asked me if I want one of those Target bags with a little bullseye on it. And I said, yes, that Target bag is going to be my luggage for the next 2 days. And she asked me what happened, and I told her, and she basically
They sell
said,
luggage at Target, by the way.
Yeah, Democrats are assholes. And I thought, if the cashier in South San Francisco at 10 o'clock at night believes that Democrats are assholes because the shampoo is locked up and my stuff got stolen out of the trunk, we've got a major problem.
Yeah. I like how, I mean,
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but will he do anything about it?
Yeah.
That's like the crazy thing. It's like these Democrats are like, and by the way, there's plenty of garbage Republicans too. You can look no further than Eye Patch McCain for a great example of a piece of garbage Republican. But like these people have run, California into the ground are like remember when Gavin Newsom tried to do that? He's like, boy, yeah, we got to do something about this shoplifting. And it's like, yo, you're the reason for it.
You created all the policies, all the initiatives, and all the laws, along with George Soros and all these kind of Act Blue types that decriminalized petty crime. Allowed people to get away with committing crimes against other citizens if it wasn't over $900. So, you created all the exact conditions to incentivize this nonsense where there's now human crap littering the street, right?
Here I have this. Speaking of which,
locked up We're literally having members of Congress being robbed in the streets there with conditions that they fomented and created. And then they're like, "Oh, but we're the moral party. We're the right party." Yeah, this video here, I got you. Video as an introduction video, and goodness gracious, man, this just shows you. I don't know how they filmed it, because usually when you take out a video camera,
they don't let you.
In places they attack you, and they're like, "How dare you show the reality?" I think they use some kind of like Google lens.
It could be glass. Yeah. It could be. Should be. What I'll say is too, like, before I show this. It's convenient. It's like when Gavin Newsom and Adam Pencilneck Schiff use the word "we" at like the exact moment when they should be using the term "I."
Yeah,
it kind of like no. No other Democrat is in charge of California policies, and you both are like, yeah, we the Democrats need to do better. Like, it's so great. I'm just going to show a little clip of this. This is San Francisco. I can't see the road sign, but you could basically pick any major thoroughfare in downtown San Francisco or LA, and this is how it'll look. 1, 2. I keep getting told, by the way, that California's so great.
Oh, yeah. Looks lovely.
Yeah. Can you imagine walking through this? Look at this guy. This guy's completely fent out of his head.
Look at the guy next to him.
This guy's high. This guy's high. Imagine having to walk through this like murderer's row.
Yeah, now imagine the smell.
Oh, the smell, yeah. You got this vendor trying to sell whatever, like no shot. Don't hear any English. This guy's got a pipe in his hand or a cigarette. I think it looks like a pipe. Has both feet in some sort of medical devices, and he's trying to sell candy that was obviously stolen. This guy's this open air drug market, needle exchange here.
Yep.
What is he doing? He's like, he's like
fishing. Hobo fishing.
Yeah, he caught one. Now a lot of people say, "Oh, well, they must have cherry picked." No. Talk to anybody who's been to San Francisco in the past 10 years. This is just about any street downtown, unless they have an award show coming in. If they have an award show coming in, they clean them out. Yeah, they put them all up in hotels. They pressure wash the streets, and then it's just.
They bring them in the next town over,
right?
And then they bring them on back in after the award ceremony's done, or more importantly, a member of the Chinese government is coming to visit.